Hello, I am still on sick leave, but I wanted to put this out before it was no longer February. I'm really out of the loop. I've been basically away for several weeks, so please forgive me if I missed your favorite comeback. Everything related to BTS will be getting its own video. Shorter reviews are at the front, longer reviews are at the back. There were many comebacks this month and still more to come, so if I did miss your favorite, I am sorry. It's nothing personal. If you are not a fan of the singing cowboy mountain man, yes, you'll die. This definitely screams SF9. I don't even know what to say other than I loved it. I loved every inch of the song. It's groovy, it's sexy, it's stuck in my head as we speak. The video is comedy gold and really attractive. What else do we expect from SF9? I enjoyed hearing all of them come together during the chorus. Insung's orange, red hair and the suit was a killer combination. Just them in the suits doing sports. I didn't think that sports would be this hot, but here we are. Sports are hot now. Congrats to SF9 on their first album. This was a win in my book. I'll be completely honest, when the first few seconds came on, I genuinely thought I was listening to Cotton Eye Joe. I really don't want to open up the conversation about Hanbin. I know that's still a raw wound, so I'm just going to stick to talking about the song. I enjoyed the country influence and also the little bits of Latin. I like a good harmonica. Something in my Cro-Magnon brain always associates the harmonica with a feeling of comedy. I don't know why. I did find the melody a bit lacking. It's not all there for me. It took me a few listens to remember the melody, and I think that's the song's biggest flaw. Overall, I enjoyed the music video, loved these red outfits, but I myself won't be listening to the song a lot. These guys are working hard to resettle themselves, and I wish them a lot of luck. This is not a full comeback, but I was sort of excited for it, so I'm going to talk about it. The music video was super fun. I love the moving collage, the cut and paste style. Pre-chorus was enjoyable, spacious, very open field, but personally the chorus got on my nerves. I don't know why. It didn't really showcase their vocals, so I think it's a no from me. Lyrically, the song is pretty much just English, so I guess as a K-pop song it doesn't work for me, and as an English song it doesn't have anything that would pull me away from the vast selection of really good English songs in this style. Bridge was awesome though. I think they really nailed that.
I know you want it.
What kind of fuckery is this? You made me miss the slick Ricky. Have thought I didn't love you when I did.
Oh, run, baby, run. Oh, run, baby, run. Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna admit it, I haven't liked a Card song for a hot minute, so I was pretty excited to hear Red Moon. I wanted them to do something that would really change my mind. It's improved a lot, in my opinion, from their previous releases. I think they're headed on the right track. There were parts that really pushed out of their basics. The post-chorus it's damn groovy. I replayed that bit for quite a while, and I love the fashion in this era. I don't know if we're going to Paris or the Night's Watch, but who cares? I enjoyed Cherry Bullet's debut. I never talked about it, but they were really juicing up the sweeter, brighter side of the industry. They've been doing some really fun stuff. But this song doesn't make me feel really anything. I actually found the sampling of Beethoven's Für Elise to be bothersome more than flavorful. They use that one bar over and over and over again every 7 seconds. The chorus doesn't jazz me. The pre-chorus is actually really nice. I listened to it a lot. I love this bit of camera work right here. Cherry Bullet's presence cannot be denied. Honestly, it's not really that big a deal. I'm happy they're experimenting with their sound. Confession time, I'm one of the people in the didn't like Bim Bam Boom camp. It never grew on me for some reason. I prefer this music video and I prefer this song. The girls always look like they're enjoying themselves, but this was just a step up for me, and their presence shines in this concept. They use the song's time really wisely. They managed to keep their energy through the whole thing without dropping into odd gaps or silences. It never feels like the songwriters ran out of things to write for them. The changes in the melody do a lot to flavor the song over the beat. The bridge is a great palate cleanser. I will say the lyrics and the use of the phrase bouncy ball made my face scrunch really weirdly. It's scrunching right now as I'm saying it. For me, this music video did a better job of differentiating the members' skills and appeals than the last one. I definitely got a feeling of Hot Issue by 4 Minute, which is such an iconic song. So yeah, I enjoyed myself. I thought it was great.
I see it. We should focus on the love, love, love. I see it. 아무 생각 말고 더 love, love.
I don't talk much about AB6 and their members, but I'm actually quite fond of them. I opened up the song and immediately I thought I have heard this exact song so many times, but then the chorus reached inside my ribs and yanked me into the song. I'm glad they let him carry the song instead of overwhelming him with synth or instrumental. I've said it before, but I will say it again. I love songs that trust their vocalists. I really enjoyed this one. It's sensual and pleasing. His dance, his voice, the water on the floor, they're all working together to sculpt out the graceful points of the song. This was awesome. Huge props. Hell yeah, you guys. Definitely reminiscent of the older generations, that tail end of 2nd gen becoming 3rd gen. There was a bit of VIX flavoring, a tiny bit of Infinite, old EXO even. This is what it means to be stylish with a personality, and I think the facial expressions are the extra mile that's bringing it in. It works. We were getting comeback after comeback of monochromatic, flashy concepts that reminded me of every YA dystopian male love interest. It was just too safe. There was no skin in the game. This feels much more fun, much more complex, tasteful, and nonsensical, but it also makes perfect sense. That one note brings home the insanity. I had such a good time with this one. This was super fun. I'm super pleased to see such a great mix of the different concepts we've been seeing over the last 4 years. By taking a song that fits a lot of the traditional bubblegum and ColourPop sounds and putting it in this steel room with the black party dresses, such a great choice. Huge flavor contrast, but the end result is awesome. The verses are catchy, the pre-chorus is really sweet to listen to. I'm glad the songwriters let it bake and rise like fresh muffins. The only thing that I personally didn't like was the chorus. It didn't click for me. Something about it just felt kind of hodgepodge and put together, but that post-chorus got stuck in my head so well. It's a fantastic post-chorus. It's very functional. You can tell exactly which parts of the song are going to wrap around your ears and drag you back to listen to it. This song is a great earworm. The music video is colorful to the nth degree. I love all of their hair colors. I was thinking about this the entire time I was watching it. The stylist really mastered the color palette for the video, the outfits, and the tone of the song when picking out the hair colors. Everyone looks awesome. Best of luck, ladies. Honestly, I'm pretty disappointed. Someone needs to tell the songwriter that getting faster each comeback doesn't inherently make the song better. I did not like Fiesta at all. It's a very slapdash song, and while I enjoy a messy song every now and again, this is just pure mess to me. It was a relief to see the girls again. I love seeing these girls. They look beautiful. Chaeyeon's ribbon dance was poetic cinema, and Eunbi's bangs. I love that Chaeyeon and Sakura were matching in their hair. They are true soulmates. Chaewon also stuck out to me this era. I couldn't look away from her. That part in the dance where they drop into the split was so clean. Regarding the song though, I just felt Fiesta was doing too much while delivering very little. La Vie en Rose understood simplicity and beauty so well. It valued its open air section, whereas Fiesta was too claustrophobic. Less is more. It's running so fast and cluttered, and I saw some people saying, well, it actually has a chorus, so it's fine. While I agree that there was an overload of vocally lacking choruses recently, just having a chorus doesn't make the song good. The chorus has to be good. It has to be well written. You don't get a gold star for doing the bare minimum, in my opinion. And besides, there are so many groups expanding into empty choruses that the instrumentals are actually getting better, so I don't think this song gets off on either end. And then it runs itself out and the song is over. The music video is not helping the song feel more cohesive either. It's really pretty, but there's just too much happening. The album didn't really stand out to me either. I liked the progression of eyes. I thought that was really cool, and I really enjoyed Ayayaya and So Curious. I really hope this isn't their last comeback before they run out their contract. I do love this group a lot, and I want to see more from them. The lighting team outdid themselves. Huge props to them, especially when Jian dragged his fingers down his throat in that green light and said, "Baby." The boys have pronounced presence, natural charisma, the teamwork is visible, the group chemistry is so palpable. The video has very good solo scenes, and there are really nice sections of bizarreness that keep this from becoming stale. The music video and song do everything right that Fake Love did right. They're both blood from the same vein. I love Q's bit from behind the roses. The camera work is just exquisite. The song is a bit basic, but it's effective. It sounds good, especially Chanhee's vocalizing. I also enjoyed what we got from Sunwoo under that red silk. It looked so good. Although Eric's hair did look a little funny to me, I loved his scene with the paint, just his feet on the... Okay, anyway, I'm starting to sound like Quentin Tarantino. While this concept is a bit overdone, something about the way that they're doing it is fresh and it's different. Most of these polished, sexy boy group comebacks in black clothing are focused on each of the members looking isolated and dangerous, each in his own individual man pain, I don't really know. But this one allows the members to enter each other's spaces. They interact with each other, they build off each other, almost like characters with crossing storylines, instead of models just stuck in their respective photo shoots. They all sing together as one, which I have deeply missed over the years. They genuinely feel like people who all just enjoy working together. I love that. Okay, here is a big one. I think honestly it's fun. It's a fun comeback and I want that to stick through at the end of the day. To put it straight, this song doesn't make me feel anything. To me, Dun Dun is super safe. There were no risks taken, there was no newness really explored. I will say, my favorite part is Asha's breakdown in the second half. She sounds incredible, even though my brain keeps trying to tell me she's saying, "So she got a jetpack?" The first time I heard Dun Dun, it already sounded overplayed to me. Their debut had personality, there was something wonderfully weird and unique about them. This time, I felt I could just see the company watching me through the screen saying, "Buy our product, buy our product." I find more and more that the fierce, badass girl concepts are as flat as the strong, independent woman with no other traits, which is not to say anything about the girls themselves. I really like the girls of Everglow, they have so much potential, but I found this song and video a little too sterile and clinical for me. Everyone and their grandma has already pointed out the line distribution, but to the people saying, "If Yana joins the group, she'll get half of Mia's lines," that doesn't bring Onda's lines back, it doesn't bring EU's lines back, or Asha, or any of them. They're not going to get more lines just because Mia gives some away if Yana joins. Mia is my bias, I don't blame her at all, I have nothing but praise and fondness for her, and I feel bad that this comeback puts so much work on her back and puts her in the line of fire. But almost the entire song is in one voice, in one color. I've said this before, but companies should not debut idols that they don't plan to use. After the Adios demo dropped, everyone said, "Oh, now it makes sense, Onda didn't fit the lines." If Onda wouldn't fit the lines, then either write lines that fit her or don't put her in a group where she won't get to do anything. I feel awful for her. She barely shows up in the video, and when she does, she looks completely missed and absolutely miserable about it. Anyway, onto the album. I loved everything about No Lie except the chorus. Every chorus on this album is pretty much the same in my ears. Now, it's been a hot minute since I've talked about forgot to write the chorus syndrome. I think I last talked about it like a year ago. I found this to be something of a forgot to write the chorus syndrome album, and I really don't want to say that, but I don't know what else I can say. I'm not sure, but the comeback fell flat for me. Finally, after the eons passed over us, the annals of time have opened up and Dreamcatcher gave us a full album. A full half hour of new Dreamcatcher music. What have I done to deserve this? I do deeply miss Hundong, I can't wait to have her back, but this album was a gift from the gods above. As for Scream, this doesn't feel to me like forgot to write the chorus syndrome, because Dreamcatcher almost always comes through with a full chorus, so this choice feels deliberate and specific. I enjoy this drop and the way that they switched it up. The lyrics of the song are ominous and gothic and just really creepy in your face, I love it. The bass is so subdued that the strings get to carry the tension. I think it's cool that such a vocal chorus-driven group pulled off a really pleasing instrumental chorus. The music video has a beautiful color palette. I think this is Sua's era. Her dress, her hair, her sword, Happy Face, you really came through for us on this. Give Sua a big fucking sword. Yuhyun's blonde hair is my favorite on her since You and I. Gahyun had so many center parts. I loved her bit with the mask. And Dami, I love this woman so much. She is my salvation and my destruction. I was blown away by her husk on the album. Tree of Language was so groovy and creepy. It was somewhere between Haunted Mansion and Murderous Road Trip. Black or White is just so cool. I've listened to that thing about 4 or 5 times now. Jazz Bar brought us a hint of noir, white wine, salted glass. It sits at the same lunch table with Automatic. Tension finally saw the light of day. In the Frozen got me good right in the spinal cord. God, I want to do a best looks for Dreamcatcher now because look how fantastic they all are. Full disclosure, I adore G-Friend and I have for a long time. I personally didn't love Fever. It was good that they were experimenting, but it felt a bit inauthentic. Crossroads felt closer to home. The girls felt really, really alive here. It is an edge bit too close to Time for the Moon Night, but I think it has parts that are absolutely beautiful. The music video is gripping. These girls can act. I was so happy with the amount of center time got during this era. She is the love of my life. She and Anna looked insanely gorgeous during this comeback, and Soan's stage outfits were to die for. These girls are hair performers and they know it. They sound even better live than in recording during this era, and I'm so happy with this album as a whole. I think everyone loved Labyrinth, and it's no secret as to why. The fact that they were performing it with such vigor and passion says it all. Just listen to the girls in the crowd losing their minds over it. I love seeing get so many killing parts. Labyrinth is hard-hitting and sweet-tasting. It oddly reminds me of AKB's Beginner. G-Friend have always been more diverse than people give them credit for. As someone who deeply loves Fingertip, Labyrinth aroused my favoritism. I bruised the bottoms of my feet jumping to Labyrinth and probably would have broken the bases of my shoes if I hadn't stopped. One thing that kind of bothers me a little bit is all the people saying, wow, G-Friend's music is so good now, G-Friend is so good now, Big Hit must really be doing them right. G-Friend has always been this good. Yuju is one of the top vocalists of the third generation, if not the top. Some people were saying they feel pity for G-Friend because, oh, they're only popular now that BTS is their brother group. G-Friend has been a best-selling group in South Korea since debut. They are up there in the top 5, top 6 for girl groups, and they are highly acclaimed. Besides, they have been close with BTS way before they were under Big Hit in some form. Being under Big Hit in some fashion isn't suddenly qualifying G-Friend for the coveted ranks of BTS-approved groups, because they've been killing the game for nearly half a decade, and they've never needed a stamp of approval from Big Hit. Take it like this. If you wouldn't want G-Friend fans saying, wow, now that BTS is G-Friend's brother group, they're suddenly good, don't do the same to G-Friend. Also, quick shout out to Yuju in this insanely shiny leather jacket. God, okay, now I want to do a best looks for G-Friend. And now for the big one, the one everyone has been talking about, Luna. I'm going to be honest, I'm not exactly 100% sure how to talk about this one, so I think I'm just going to say my honest opinion right up front. So far, this is my favorite comeback of the year. This is my favorite Luna era, and this is going to be one of my top songs of the year, probably. I'm calling it now. So What is fantastic. This song is dynamism on steroids. So What is a song that challenges the default. They saw where the baseline was and they pushed it and pushed it and pushed it and broke through. This song and comeback generate heat. Mr. Lee from SM, hello, you just won a bet for me because I called it back when Butterfly dropped. I said, I think Luna should get one of the songwriters who frequents SM Entertainment to write a song for them, and you did. I am collecting my $5 ASAP, and on top of that, you made one of my favorite Luna songs of all time. The lonely horns in the beginning, and then suddenly the whining synth. We've got a real nasty bass in the back. Once we hit the chorus, we're served the wobble with the rolling beat. I love the back build of bad into bad. The song lets it run underneath the skin. It pulls that section together so nicely. I absolutely love the quartet I'm So Bad with the rising notes. Just to punch up the perfection of that section, the girls lace it up with the solo phrases. The way the song is unafraid to strip back its beat whenever it wants you to pay attention it's perfect. The song flirts with danger and I am smitten. It's so fearless and coy, and I could not be more pleased. Jinsol improved so much in my opinion. She hammered down where to put her syllables in her mouth to suit her voice. I love the way she's placing it in different areas of her mouth and her throat, in the back of her mouth, all the way up to the top to the tips of her teeth. Is it just me, or is her rhythm different this time? It sounds more dynamic compared to her older style. I think she trusted her natural chest more instead of trying to forcibly deepen her voice. At least that's what it sounded like to me. If there's one word I'd use to describe this song, it's hunger. This comeback is hungry in a way I haven't seen in a while. Tell me you can't feel their bloodthirst in that bridge. Let it be said that Luna has never had a bad bridge, but this is quite possibly my favorite bridge builder in the game. I said a while ago that Luna's songwriting was in its infancy, and that's not a negative thing, it's a normal thing. Then we had Butterfly, which was objectively just one of the most impressive comebacks of the year, and it solidified where Luna sits in both the mainstream and the fringe. This comeback tightened the bolts. This comeback screams perfect Luna comeback to me. The training wheels came off during Butterfly, but with So What, they hit the ground running, they took no prisoners, and they smashed the cement beneath their feet. Okay, so I am calling this right now. The era is not even over, but in my personal opinion, this is Eve's era, and let me show you why. Oh my god, do I love that move or do I love that move? Sooyoung got me, she owns me, that's that. I fully believe that that feather is Hustle. It has to be. Having this comeback without Hustle tears at me. I miss you. I love you. I wish you nothing but recovery and support. To the people saying that So What is too mainstream for Luna, Luna's music has always had parts of the mainstream. Their discography has always contributed to and been influenced by mainstream sound. Mainstream does not mean bad, it means mainstream. Red Velvet, Mamamoo are both credited as extremely experimental and unique groups, and they are also both part of the mainstream. The mainstream is not one giant gray puddle of generic songs, it's the multitudes of popular music. Many of Luna's older songs, whether through sound or structure, are tailored to different parts of the mainstream. Every Day I Love You, Heart Attack, New, Eclipse, Egoist, Girlfriend, nearly the entirety of 1/3, a lot of YY by Y. Mainstream is not something negative, but with Luna, some fans are so desperate to disassociate Luna with the mainstream that they end up making Luna look like some #NotLikeOtherGirls movement, and it's a bit pretentious. And then you hear these same people complaining when the mainstream doesn't immediately accept Luna as a top group. You can't reject an entire collection of music and its fans and then demand rewards from them. Luna aren't caving to the mainstream, they are part of the stream, and they always have been, and the majority of their commissioned songwriters work in mainstream sound. I'd argue that So What is one of their most creative songs. Of course, I admit there are some problems. Say it with me now, BBC. Where some songs this month had forgot to write the chorus syndrome, others caught its ugly cousin, amnesia about the members, and in this case, specifically, forgot about Vivi virus. Where is Vivi Wong? Bring her back. BBC, I will tie you to a chair and I will take your salad out of the fridge and I will eat it in front of you, and you will feel like such a fool if you do not give me Vivi.
I will go to the animal shelter and get you a kitty cat. I will let you fall in love with that kitty cat. And then on some dark, cold night, I will steal away into your home and punch you in the face.
God, BBC, what do you want from me? My life savings? My social security number? What's it gonna take for you to give my girl the lines she deserves? Now, you guys know my bias is Chu, but I think we've all concluded her rap section could have gone to Vivi, or Go On, or Vivi, or Yujin, or Vivi. Okay, talking about the live stages really quick. Everyone was saying they prefer the butterfly outfits, and the butterfly outfits were more pleasing to look at, but every time I watched a live stage with them in those skin-close, full-length pants and sleeves, I just thought, sweaty. Those clothes are going to be so sweaty, and they're going to stick to the skin, and those girls are going to overheat so fast, those look so uncomfortable to dance in. I remember how hot the stage lights were on a basic high school proscenium. I can't imagine how hot they are on a professional music show with high-tech lights, especially in the middle of complex choreo. So I'm happy with the clothes for So What, and it's got the added bonus of shorts. Let's talk super quick about the album. Lord above, this album was so good. Everything about it gave me goosebumps. I spent the entire last week listening to this album and I don't regret a second of it. I'm seriously considering getting my hands on a copy and unboxing it if I can. I think I heard Hustle's voice on some of the tracks. I really hope that's her. Otherwise, I cried like a baby for nothing. Number 1 is a class favorite for every good reason. It's classy and it's sweet. And I do truly believe that that intro deserves a 3-minute full-long version. Okay, this video is getting so long, so I'm going to cut it here, but basically, February fed us really well. 7 special guys are coming up quite soon, so I will see you guys later.